Neither do I. So. All right, good morning and welcome to today's Board of Utah County Commissioners meeting. Grateful to have so many of you with us this morning. A little tongue-in-cheek there, but we'll go ahead and begin our meeting. As usual, we'd like to invite someone who would be willing to participate with us to offer a prayer, reading, or thought, and as well as an individual to lead us in the pledge. Are there anyone out there that would be willing to participate in either of those? Okay, we've got Darren for the pledge. Did we have anyone for? Yes. All right. Okay, come on up and we'll get going.
Bert Garfield. Dear Father, we thank thee for all the many blessings. We thank thee for this chance to gather together as citizens and government leaders and elected officials and appointed positions, county employees, that we can solve problems and provide direction. We ask thy Spirit to be with us so that we can make good decisions. Yes, please bless the county commissioners that they can have any guidance necessary to help and facilitate the good of this county. We thank thee for this place we have to live. We thank thee for the freedoms it offers us. We thank thee for the Constitution of the United States that has provided all of its citizens rights and liberty that we can exercise, and we thank thee for our freedom of speech, and that the government is elected by the people, and it is supported by the people, and it's the people that, in the end, run this country. And we ask thy Spirit to be with us when we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you to those who have volunteered to participate with us this morning. We're grateful for that. Well, now I'll go ahead and continue to build our agenda. We have currently 14 items on our consent agenda and an additional 14 items on our regular agenda. All items will be moved from regular agenda to consent except for those that have questions. Were there any items on the consent agenda that you had questions on?
If we could just hold number 11.
Okay. And Greg? No. Okay, and moving to the regular agenda, I did not have any on there I had additional questions for. Commissioner Lee?
If we could have hold number 2 so that Kathy can.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
And then Commissioner Graves? Okay. We'll then go ahead and move the remainder of our regular agenda items to consent with the exception of number 2, holding consent agenda item number 11. Are there anyone who wishes to make a public comment on any of the items moved to consent? Seeing none, we will go ahead now and address consent agenda item number 11. Commissioner Lee, you had the question there?
Yes, I think that Richard just kind of wants to explain this a little bit so that we can get the motion straight.
Okay.
I'll try to.
Fair enough?
Yeah, that's a good way to
Okay.
put it. So, we have completed the bids for the Canyon Road project in Pleasant Grove and Cedar Hills. We received 3 bids, one from Kilgore, one from Staker, one from Geneva. Kilgore was the apparent low bidder. We have gone through with our consultant and reviewed the bid. We did find a mathematical error, have addressed that with Kilgore. On your agenda request, it has the dollar amount of $10,297,085. The actual amount is $10,282,685. So about not quite a $15,000 reduction that's in our favor. That was just a mathematical error on the bid tab. There are 7 add alternates with the project. What we are recommending is that the commission approve all 7 of those add alternates. 5 of those add alternates are related to city utility improvements. We have received written, I guess approval would be the right word, from American Fork and Cedar Hills for theirs. The Pleasant Grove one is slated for their agenda next Tuesday on the 6th. So what we're recommending is that you approve those add alternates subject to getting written approval from Pleasant Grove City next week.
That's 2, 3, and 4.
Correct. Yep.
Which there won't be an issue with them, just based on their experience on this road.
Yeah, that looking like it looks like it'll all be done. It's just a matter of a formality of getting that approval through their city council next week. So.
Okay. Perfect. No other questions? We'll entertain that modified motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve and authorize the commission chair to sign the agreement as stated in number 11 with the $10,282,685 number in there, and also subject to Pleasant Grove's approval of alternate number 2, 3, and 4.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve consent agenda item number 11 with the noted changes in the dollar amount and subject to the additional approvals for items 2, 3, and 4. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The motion will carry 3-0. We'll now move to regular agenda item number 2. This particular item is to discuss and establish performance issues and authorize the chair to sign the Rocky Mountain Power Community Performance Plan for 2018. We'll go ahead and turn some time, and if you'll just state your name for the record, please.
Thank you. I'm Kathy Hoffman, Regional Business Manager for Rocky Mountain Power. Thank you for your time this morning. And every year we meet together to talk about how we're going to work together, because Rocky Mountain Power certainly wants to be a premier company and working with you. And we've had 3 items that we've talked about, and my understanding is that these are the areas of interest that the county may still want to pursue. Should I go ahead and read those for you? Or
That'd be great.
Yeah, these were ones from last year as well, just carried forward if we wanted to keep them.
right.
And I thought it'd be great to have conversation up here if we wanted to add to them.
So, would you like me to read through them?
That'd be
Okay.
great.
The first one is to work with EDC Utah on mega site proposals and see what we could do to get 10 megawatts of power to those locations, which we are continuing to work with, and we use our economic development director and department to make sure that we are helping to cite those companies that are either looking at expanding or relocating into the area. The second one was to continue to provide low-cost service rates to the Utah County residents, and we continue to strive to be a low-cost provider to our customers. And the third one was to take advantage of technological advances to quickly restore power during outages and to provide customers with notification to expected timelines when outages occur. And as Commissioner Lee and I spoke, we've done several things to use the technology and making sure people are aware of what might be happening with their power. And we have the mobile app that you can go to. We have our website, rockymountainpower.net/outages. If you ever have a question about that, you can see maps of what's happening and the estimated time to restoration at any point. So we have taken advantage of that. Are there any other items that you would like to include at this point?
No, I guess maybe part of a question or a discussion item would be is if we would want to look at possibly promoting or talking more about renewable energies, solar, and its role in our energy consumption, in particular in relation to the efforts that you guys are doing there. That would be,
I mean, talk about where you're going with that.
what are you doing there, and
Okay.
what are some of the options for Utah County and its
Oh,
citizens?
certainly. We have really included a lot of renewable power into our overall generation portfolio. And one of the things that we have done, if you might ring a bell, is we have the new subscriber solar project, where our customers who would like to have solar power but do not want to put maybe the panels on their roofs, have the opportunity to add that resource to their mix by buying into the solar panels of the power plants, the solar plants that we have built or have have bought into. So that's one of the things we're doing, and we continue to do that. As far as the wind generation with renewables, we are putting $1.5 billion into expanding our wind generation portfolio. And what we're doing, we have a big wind farm up in Wyoming. In fact, our company is the second largest owner of wind generation in the nation. And that wind farm that we have in Wyoming, we are extending the blades of those turbines quite a bit. And so they're going to be longer and even more efficient and more able to produce even more energy, our wind-powered energy. So we do have a good portfolio of renewables, and we're continuing to grow that part of our generation portfolio.
Fantastic. I would,
Put that in
Yeah,
as
I would-
some sort of 4.
I would think that I would feel happy to include as a number 4 something along the lines of continued development and utilization of renewables and green energy. I don't know. Any thoughts on the verbiage there?
I would just say probably something along the lines of where it makes sense, if I could put it in those terms, where it makes sense, you know, to work within your power structure. You know, understanding sometimes technologies take a little bit of time to get there, that you will be reticent or looking at ways to use renewable energies in an appropriate way. Something along those lines, I think, would be.
That's a long sentence.
That is a long sentence. You know, slice and cut. And
What I will do is I'll take this back and I will add that to it. I will send it to you for approval and your
can I
signature.
add one more possible
Okay.
in there?
Sure.
And that is, we have Rocky Mountain Power, we have municipal services, you know, we have special service districts. If you'd put maybe a 5th one in there, that you would work cooperatively with these other power entities to give us, you know, kind of a backup. I know you do that already, and I know sometimes you sell wholesale power to them, but just a short sentence in there that part of your goal is to work cooperatively with these other power companies, not in an adversarial way, but in a cooperative way to give a patchwork of power that goes across, even across some lines of service.
I'd be happy to put that in because, as you know, we do that.
Yes.
And we do understand that we are kind of, in some places, working in each other's backyards. And so there needs to be that cooperative effort. So I'm very happy to put that a part of our efforts here. Okay?
Fantastic.
You have 2 weeks because we don't have commission meeting next week to get that back to us and
Okay.
ready.
Great. And I'll send it to Commissioner Lee. Should I send that to you or who specifically?
You can send all 3 of us would be
All
great.
3 of you?
Yeah.
Okay, terrific. I'll do that. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll move that we continue regular agenda item 2 for 2 weeks.
Second?
A motion and a second to continue regular agenda item number 2 for 2 weeks. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That will carry 3-0. We will now move to setting our closed meetings.
Okay, I move that we approve and set a date, time, and location for a closed meeting for a strategy session to discuss purchase, exchange, or lease of real property, water rights, or water shares for today's date at this location following the regular agenda.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve regular agenda item number 11. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That will carry 3-0.
Motion to strike 12 from the agenda.
Second?
I have a motion to strike regular agenda item number 12. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That will carry 3-0.
Move that we approve and set a date, time, and location for a closed meeting to discuss the character, professional competence, or physical or mental health of an individual or individuals for today's date at this location, following the regular agenda items.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve regular agenda item number 13 as stated. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. That will carry 3-0.
Move that we approve and set a date, time, and location for a closed meeting for a strategy session to discuss pending or reasonably imminent litigation for today's date at this location following completion of regular agenda items.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve regular agenda item number 14. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That will carry 3-0.
Dave has something to
Dave
say.
has. Yes.
Okay,
We just keep that open?
for 14.
Okay.
Well,
You
so
want it
I
seven?
need to change the location. So let me amend 14 to, Okay, I will move that we approve and set date, time, and location for a closed meeting for strategy session to discuss pending or reasonably imminent litigation for today's date at the 2300 suite.
Yeah.
Okay, at 3 p.m. today.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve and set a date, time, and location for a closed meeting to discuss pending or reasonably imminent litigation.
It might be intimate too. Who knows?
Hopefully not. For today's date, in Suite 2300 at 3 o'clock. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that motion will carry 3-0. All right, we had no work session items submitted. Are there any general public comments? Seeing none, we will go ahead and move into our closed meetings. Thank you for your attendance.
Dave.